the pressure up. I don't quit. I don't fold under pressure. I'm the best, and I know I'm the best. And you know I'm the best.
What's up, Cowboy faithful? It's your boy DMV back with another one. I don't even know if we're still watching videos or if we have any faith or anything, but I like to be able to. This is why I don't like doing reactionary stuff, but I do know that people like to see emotion. They like to see how, reaction videos and stuff like that. They like to see people being human. And for me last night, it didn't get more human than what it was. Really just living and watching Washington being able to celebrate after really just living my whole life here in the DMV area and watching it just be a fan base filled with misery. Last night, it was like the equivalent of watching Obama win the presidency when I was here. Like, for real. Like, I mean, I don't think, for the people who don't understand what it's like to be in the DMV area, I've watched a fan base that lived with just so much, not even mediocrity. Like in Dallas, we live in mediocrity. In Washington, it was the slums. And you just watch them make a couple moves with ownership, which they have been talking about for years. And then they get a coach that they feel proud of. Like, I don't know if you guys remember when Dan Quinn, when I think he was running the stadium in Washington and the fan pulled him over and like, "Are you our new head coach?" And you know what I'm saying? She was so happy. And, you watch that and you can't do anything but feel like a certain, darkness. You can't feel anything but a certain darkness because you know that Dan Quinn was here and we had him in our building. And, it left a bad taste in our mouth with how we got whooped against Green Bay. And so you watch that and you watch him be happy. You watch Kellen be happy. You watch people that were here that we weren't happy with be happy. And it's almost like an ex where you see your ex with somebody else and they're happy and you know that their situation is better over there. I mean, I can't say that I've dealt with that, but I can imagine people who have dealt with that. I can imagine where that could take you to a dark place. So that's where I was last night. But the one thing, and I talked to my brother Rome, and the one thing that I didn't get a chance to really talk about is the silver lining with where we are. So in Dallas, it's not really as bad as it seems. Things might seem dark now because Washington got off of the bad list, the list that we're still on. You know what I'm saying? Detroit got off of that list. I think it's just like, what, us and Cleveland maybe? But that's beside the point. The whole silver lining behind everything is that if I saw Washington do it, if I watched Washington be able to pull themselves from the slums and do that, we can do that as well. But as I was stating last night, it starts by doing the right things. It starts from the top to the bottom. And I think last night the comments took me to a place to where I had to admit that Jaden Daniels was better than Dak Prescott. And I still feel that way this morning, just based off of poise, like certain things. Like that roster that Jaden has right now, he's handling it like I've never seen a rookie do before. So me saying that just means that I really believe in that kid and what I saw. And you know what I'm saying? Like, he's very, very dangerous. But don't get it twisted, guys, because Mike Zimmer handled Jaden Daniels better than anybody else did. And we've seen it. That's why when we watch this game, we don't understand it. We're kind of lost because we saw 2 times in which Mike Zimmer, Micah Parsons, like really put that Washington offense at a crossroads. We watched it our own selves, right? And so with that being said, like the silver lining is the front office got to deal with this. Like if you have any competitive nature, in which I believe Jerry does have that. Does Jerry love making money? Absolutely. He loves making money as a competitive sport. You know what I'm saying? He loves being the attraction. He loves being the show because he is competitive. So all we got to do as fans is help him flip that competitive nature to our football team now as well, because you want your football team to be represented like you represent your brand. Now it's time to where you're adding the football team as a winning part of your brand, because we can say what we want to say. Jerry is a winner at life. And the Jerry that we know and the Jerry that we need, Jerry that we need to pull from the archives, that guy was a gambler that won though. You know what I'm saying? You took educated gambles and you put some elbow grease behind it, and it ended up being the 3-time Super Bowl champion under you know what I'm saying, his tutelage. So Jerry does have it. You know what I'm saying? He does have the competitive spirit. It's in there somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Old ass Jerry does have it. And I think sometimes Steven is the good angel on the shoulder. You know what I'm saying? That's always kind of holding him back. It's Steven that I don't know if he got the competitive fire. That's the one. That's the wild card. And in my opinion, that's the difference. Steven having more influence is really what's hurting us as far as putting together the type of football team we need to. Because as you could look at that old video, Steven's always the one, oh, we can't do this. We can't do this. I don't need, like, you know how they always like, you need some yes men? It was like, oh, this person needs a yes man. This person needs a yes man. This person needs a yes man. Well, what I don't need is a can't man. And the can't people, they're the people that hold you back. This message is to Stephen Jones, bro. It's not all about the cap, dog. The thing about it is, if you build a winning product, if you build something that the people can be proud of, you're gonna make your money. I know I don't have to tell you that, but get off your comfortable high horse. Put your ego aside, and let's get this thing stirred in the right direction. How do we do that? There's ways to create money. Guess what? We have access to all of these apps. We have access to all of these websites. We know these things, bro. Capologists. There are people out there, there are people in the league that are better at using the cap to their advantage than you are. I suggest starting to go in that direction, right? And figuring out how to get some free agents in here, because we can't just draft and expect these draft babies to come in and be ready right off the bat. We're going to have to spend some money. We're going to have to, for one, we're going to have to get a coach. We're going to have that coach bring in his own staff or people that he feels comfortable with. We're going to have to bring in some free agents that said coach feels comfortable with, like Dan Quinn was able to bring in some free agents, guys that we're very familiar with. Armstrong, Fowler. He was able to bring in, Joe Witt as a coach. He was able to bring in some guys he was familiar with, that he was comfortable with, and that helped mold the culture where we came from a better situation than where they were in Washington, and it only has propelled them upward. And then we're going to have to draft for impact, not for 10 years down the line, not for 15 years down the line, but for right now. And that's what we got to do. That's the silver lining. Bro, we're right at the middle. So we're not at the very bottom, guys. So it can be done. If Washington can, from the very bottom, turn it around that quick, it means that it is possible. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. We out. Peace.
Turn the pressure up. I don't quit. I don't fold under pressure. I'm the best, and I know I'm the best. And you know I'm the best.